Let's see. Are we good? Are we good?
Recording in progress.
All right. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? What is going on? All right. So we're good here. First viewer. Yes, you are the first one. All right. So I'm streaming on quite a few different places. So we are on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Christy, I see you here. What's going on, Christy? How we doing? You're the only person that's in Zoom right now. We had a few other people, but they didn't stick around. Let's see if we get them back in. Just make sure I turn off the waiting room. And there we go. Okay. What's going on, everybody? So my name is, okay, you're good. All right. My name is Coach Sam. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a presentation. Basically, I'm just going to teach you how to lose body fat. I'm going to keep it very simple. Everything that I've learned over the last 13, 14 years of being a personal trainer, being a fitness coach, having lost 100 pounds in 6 months myself, I'm going to just try to download all of that information, especially the most important stuff, into your brains. Okay, so at the end of this, you are going to know how to lose the body fat, keep it off, build some muscle, and just overall for the rest of your life, be healthier and happier. So let's keep it going. Who is this for? This is for people that want to lose weight, lose body fat, build muscle, live longer, and live better. So a little bit about me. My name is Coach Sam. When I was 17 years old, I fractured one of my vertebrae while I was at wrestling practice. And because of this injury, I was very inactive. And after being inactive for so long, I ended up gaining a whole bunch of weight. So I eventually, because I was so inactive and fast food, I started to weigh 260 pounds, and I did not like that. Then I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. So got hurt, gained a whole lot of weight, and I was heavy for quite a while after that. And then I said, you know what? It's time for me to lose this weight. What did I do? I got on a meal plan. I started doing some cardio. I made a workout regimen for myself, and by me being consistent for 6 months, I was able to drop 100 pounds. Now, when I lost the weight, I felt amazing. Everybody noticed. My neighbors noticed. My friends noticed. And my best friend's mom, she was my next door neighbor, she asked me to train her a few times. So I would go knock on her door. She lived right next door. I'd knock on her door like, hey, you ready to work out? Tomorrow. Hey, you ready to work out? Tomorrow. Then eventually I just stopped, asking her, and we never did work out. Now, unfortunately, she did pass away of a heart attack a few months after that. And this situation was like really kind of like, it really imprinted on me. Two things, right? Number one, me losing 100 pounds in 6 months myself was transformative. I felt amazing. I felt so confident in myself because I was able to lose all of this weight. And then number two, it really made me realize at that moment just how powerful fitness could be. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if we would have just made small changes, she probably would still be alive today. Who knows? But just by making small changes, I'm thinking if maybe just instead of eating a burger and fries, if we would have had a grilled chicken salad instead, maybe that could have saved her life. You know what I'm saying? So two things. How good it feels to lose weight, and then number two, how life-changing and life-saving simple fitness changes can be. Now, this drove me to push fitness as hard as I could. This is why I make all of these videos now. This is why I have a fitness coaching company now, because of these two things. All right? I know how good it's going to feel when you lose the weight, and I know that by you making a few changes, it will literally make you live longer. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw the impact that losing a parent had on the kids. I saw the impact that losing a child had on her parents. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something that I would wish on anybody. So while you're here, while you're motivated, let's take this, let's take advantage of this opportunity and let's make changes now so that we don't have to deal with all of the diseases and we don't deal with the premature death. So let's do the best that we can now. So just to kind of show you what is possible, this is my client, Lonnie. He was 50 when he came to me. He lost 30 pounds in 3 months. I mean, he had been trying to lose weight for years. And in just 3 months, he was able to lose 30 pounds. And then he lost another 10 pounds. And then it just keeps on going on and on and on. And the only thing we changed was we gave him a meal plan. So now every day he's eating a specific amount of, he's eating a specific meal plan. Like, this is what he eats every day for his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He started doing 30 minutes of cardio, and I had him weightlifting for like 30 minutes 4 times a week. 3 simple changes. Just being consistent, he dropped 30 pounds in 3 months. So you can do this, right? This is Chris. Chris lost 75 pounds in 7 months. Same thing. He followed a meal plan. He started doing some cardio. He started lifting weights. Not only did he lose 75 pounds in 7 months, but he also built some muscle as well too. This is Izzy. She lost 20 pounds in 2 months. Super busy. Nurse. Meal plan. Taking her chicken breast and vegetables to work with her. Doing her cardio. She was using one of those step machines that she had at home. Lost 20 pounds in 2 months. Now imagine what happens when you are consistent with a plan like this for a year. Imagine 2 years. Imagine 6 months. And these are some other people that have lost weight. All right. One guy here, he lost 80 pounds in 10 months. Brian here, he lost 9 pounds in his first 2 weeks. We have somebody else who lost 60 pounds in 6 months. We have Jay who lost 30 pounds in 3 months. All right, so quick breakdown of what we're going to go through today. Number one, we're going to go through, so with all of my clients, right, I give them 3 main things. You're going to eat like this, you're going to do this cardio, and you're going to lift weights. And these are the 3 things that I'm going to give you today. So you have a meal plan, a cardio plan, and a workout plan. That's what we're going to go through. And I'm going to teach you why these things are important. So let's start from the top. How do we lose fat? So to lose fat, you must be in what is called a calorie deficit. I'm pretty sure you've heard this term before. You must be in a calorie deficit to lose fat. Now, what is a calorie? You might ask, what is a calorie? So a calorie is a unit of energy. So all of our food has calories. Our bodies use calories for fuel. So let's kind of imagine that your body is a car, right? Imagine that your body, let me come this way. Imagine your body is a car. What do we put in a car so that it can have fuel to go? We put gasoline in the car. The car then burns the gasoline and uses that gasoline as fuel to power it. The same thing we do with our bodies, all right? So we drink our juice. We eat our food. And that food is calories. Calories and food, same thing. It's energy. So when we eat our food, we eat our calories. We are then putting energy into our bodies so we can be fueled and stay alive and move around and do all of the good stuff that we do as human beings. Like right now, me doing this. This requires energy. So I am burning calories by doing this. This is why if you run and you exercise, you see that you burn more calories. Okay, so that's what calories is. Now, what is a calorie deficit? So before I even tell you what a calorie deficit is, I'm going to tell you what happens if you eat too many calories. So right now, all of us, we all burn a specific amount of calories, right? Just like a big truck needs a specific amount of gas for it to drive 10 miles, a small car needs a specific amount of gas to drive 10 miles. The same way a human body, depending on the size and the age of it, needs a specific amount of calories to make it through the day, depending on how active you are, right? Now, if you eat more calories than that, what happens? Your body takes all of those extra calories and it stores it as body fat. So if you got love handles, you got a big belly, you got arm flab, you got face fat, that's because you ate more energy than your body needs. That means you put more fuel in your car than your car needs. So your body will take that extra fuel and put it on your body as body fat. That's just stored fuel. So think of your body fat as a battery. That's what your body fat is. Your body, I like this. Oh, this is good. Your body fat is just a battery for the days when you cannot get enough food. So let's say you can't eat. That's what that body fat is there for. That's your battery to keep you alive just in case you can't eat enough. That's what a calorie deficit is. A calorie deficit means this is how many calories we need to eat every day. We eat less than that. So now our body is going to tap into the fuel that we have in that battery. So if you don't eat enough calories, you lose body fat because your body is forced to burn those calories. That's how that works. So just to make this vividly clear for you, if you got, let's say you're a man, you got man boobs, let's say you have back rolls, belly fat, the only thing that is just stored energy. So when you pinch your stomach right now, grab onto the fat that's on your stomach right now. Grab any excess fat that you have in your body that you want to get rid of. Grab it right now. What is this? This is stored energy. This is a battery. And I tap into this stored energy and use it if I eat in a calorie deficit. So that was a long-winded answer, but now hopefully we understand what a calorie deficit is. This is a quiz. How does the calorie deficit thing relate to fat loss? Is it A, B, C, D, or E? I'm not gonna let this, I just told you what it is. A calorie deficit means you are burning more calories than you eat, which forces your body to use stored fat for energy. Okay, so we understand that. Now that we understand what a calorie deficit is, now I'm going to teach you how to structure your plate so that every time you eat, you are eating in a calorie deficit on autopilot. This is the easiest way to be in a calorie deficit. This is a plate. Every time we eat a plate of food, it needs to have 5 to 8 ounces of some cooked protein. It needs to have plenty of vegetables, and it needs to have, and this is optional, a moderate amount of carbs. So what does the perfect plate look like? It looks like, this is an example: chicken breast, some vegetables, a little bit of rice. What is it? What's another example? We got steak, asparagus, a little bit of potatoes. I want you to burn this into your brain. If we are trying to lose body fat, if we just do one thing right, that one thing needs to be, every time I eat a plate of food, it's going to be 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source, plenty of vegetables, and if I'm going to do carbs, I'm going to do carbs in moderation. So if my mom comes up to me and says, "Hey, baby, here, eat this plate of food," and if I see a whole bunch of carbs, not 5 to 8 ounces of protein, not plenty of veggies, that is not a plate that I'm going to eat, because I'm trying to lose body fat and keep the fat off. If you just left after this, you good. This is the most important thing you need to start implementing today. So matter of fact, I want you to start taking photos of your food, and then you can upload it, tag me in it on social media, etc. This is how every single plate of food should look if we're trying to lose weight. Okay, so why do we eat like this? Why? Having 5 to 8 ounces of protein is going to keep you full, because protein is very filling. It's going to burn calories. This is crazy. When you eat protein, it literally makes your body burn more calories. So just by you eating more protein in the day, you are going to burn more fat. Crazy. Like, protein is just that awesome of a food to eat. And then number 3, it helps you build muscle. So not only does it keep you full, so it's like Ozempic, it also helps you burn more calories. It also helps you build muscle. So if there was like a miracle food that we need to eat, I would say it is protein. That should be your priority every time you eat. Number 2, veggies. Why do we eat veggies? They keep you full, it gives you fiber and nutrients, and they're very low in calories. Veggies are super low in calories. So if I'm trying to lose weight and I don't want to be starving, I'm going to swap out the carbs, like the rice and the pasta, and eat more veggies, because I can eat till I'm full with the veggies, and it's not going to be a ton of calories. Veggies are so low in calories. Number 3, the carbs. Eating too many carbs blows up your calories. You eat a lot of carbs when you're trying to lose weight, it's going to be a whole bunch of calories. So that's why we eat carbs in moderation. The other benefit of eating carbs in moderation and eating your protein and veggies with it is, if you just eat carbs by itself, it is going to spike your blood sugar. And what does this mean? When you spike your blood sugar, this means that now you have a lot of sugar in your blood. Do you know what sugar does when it's in your blood vessels? Like, when it's in your blood, it destroys your blood vessels. So if you are constantly eating a bunch of carbs and your blood sugar is constantly high, the sugar that's in your blood is grinding away at your blood vessels. This is why people who don't get this fixed, they lose limbs, they go blind, like their blood vessels get messed up. Guys, a lot of guys, they suffer from erectile dysfunction. Okay? Your blood vessels get messed up, it leads to a whole bunch of issues. So this is the reason why we eat like this. And this is why I'm so big on this being like life-saving. Let's keep it going. So now we know how to eat, but it all starts with grocery shopping, because I know that if I want to eat good, then it starts with what I buy from the grocery store. Because if I buy bad stuff and I don't buy what I need, it's going to be hard for me to eat good. So the first thing I got to make sure is that I buy the good ingredients. You know what I'm saying? That's the foundation of it, what we buy. So when we go in grocery shopping, write this down. Number one, you need to pick a protein source, right? So if I go to the grocery store right now, I'm going to pick a protein source. I'm going to get egg whites, eggs, and chicken, and maybe some ground beef. I'm getting my protein, number one. Number two, I'm going to get my vegetables. So I do mixed veggies or broccoli. I'm going to get my veggies. Number three, I'm going to get my carb source. So I will either do potatoes, rice, or rice cakes. Then number four, I'm going to pick my favorite fruit as a snack. I like watermelon. You know, some people want to make fun of that. Oh, he likes watermelon. He's black. Yeah, I like watermelon. I like grapes. I like blueberries. So this is the four things that we need to do when we go grocery shopping. Pick your protein, pick your veggies, pick your carbs, pick your fruit. Okay? Now, what protein sources can you buy? You can Google this, like Google protein sources, but I'll give you my top few. So number one is chicken breast, chicken thighs. You have egg whites or eggs. You have steak, like top sirloin steak. You can do 93 to 99% lean ground meat, like ground turkey or ground beef. You have fish, like salmon, tilapia, tuna, cod, or flounder. That's the kind of proteins you want to buy. Next, we're going to talk about what vegetables to buy. You can buy any green veggie, right? So we have broccoli, we got green beans, zucchini, spinach, asparagus, carrots, mixed veggies, all of that good stuff. Yeah, you can do black beans if you want. Beans is more so a carb than it is a veggie, to be honest with you. What carbs to buy? Sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, oats, Ezekiel bread, low-calorie wraps, low-calorie bread. You can do beans. That would be here in the carb source. But remember, when you buy carbs, I don't really care what carb you buy. Just make sure when you eat it, you're using moderation. What snacks to buy? All right, so this is my list of 7 things that I personally would highly recommend you buy if you need a snack. Number 1 is fruit. Number 2 is Greek yogurt. Number 3 is a protein bar. Number 4 is nuts and seeds in moderation because they're high in calories. Number 5 is boiled eggs. Number 6 is beef jerky. Number 7 is protein shakes. So if you just screenshot this list and you just make sure every time you're going to eat a snack, it's one of these, you're going to be all right. But here's the rule. You got to snack in moderation. You can't have 10 to 20 snacks a day, even if it's healthy, and think you're still going to be losing weight because you're not. It don't work like that. So these are your snacks, okay? Now I'm going to give you guys some specific examples of what you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast, screenshot this. These are 4 good examples if you just need like a visual idea. Number 1, you can do a cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, and some strawberries. Number 2, you can do an egg white omelet with some veggies and a slice of toast. Number 3, you can do a protein shake. Number 4, you can do some steak and eggs. So screenshot this list. This is really good for breakfast. And I just want to pause right here and say this, right? Keep fat loss simple. If there's only one thing you need to do in order to lose weight, it is you eat right. If you just eat right, and I mean strict, you eat right and strict, and you are consistent with that, you're going to lose weight. All the other stuff we can worry about in the future. But right now, if we just eat right, you're going to be successful with losing weight. And like I said, in the future, we can figure out the other stuff. But this is breakfast. These are some lunch examples. If you look here, it's very simple. Protein, veggies, and carbs in moderation. Salmon, broccoli, and couscous. Chicken breast, green beans, and potatoes. Steak, corn, and green beans. Chicken thighs, broccoli, and rice. It's a protein, some veggies, and some starches in moderation. And just so you guys know, corn is not it's a starch. Corn is starchy. So I consider corn and rice to be in the same family because they're very starchy, very similar in the calories. So screenshot this, eat one of these for your lunch and then for your dinner. Okay, now snack examples. Protein shake, fruit, protein bar, Greek yogurt. Screenshot this as well too. So I just gave you real talk, a meal plan that you can just follow. So you have your breakfast, you have your lunch, you have your dinner, and you have your snack. It's simple. Simple, simple, simple. Now, that's pretty much it for the eating. Now we're going to talk about cardio. All right. So hopefully you know what to eat. Like, I'm going to stick to my meal plan so I can lose this weight. Now let's talk about the cardio. I recommend you do 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Now, 60 minutes might sound like a lot, but hear me out. You can wake up in the morning and do 15 minutes where you just walk. You can walk outside for 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Make it manageable, right? Then after lunch, you could walk for 10 minutes after you eat your lunch. After your dinner, you could walk for 20 minutes. So you can split it up however you want. If you're really busy and you just would rather do it all in one shot, then that's fine. You can do 60 minutes of cardio before you go to bed, or you can do 60 minutes of cardio when you first wake up, right? And here's the thing, it don't gotta be super intense. You can walk, you can dance, you can be on the treadmill, the bike, you can play pickleball, you can play ping pong, you can do whatever you wanna do that's physically active for 60 minutes a day. And this needs to be something that is a law. Being active is gonna help your body burn more calories. Right? So it should be a law that every day I got to do at least 60 minutes of cardio. And if you can't do 60, do 30. Do the best that you can with that. So yeah, like I said, it helps you burn more calories. You do 60 minutes of cardio a day, that can help you that can help you lose a pound extra every single week just by you doing 60 minutes of cardio. Next, we're going to talk about strength training because, a lot of us want to build some muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to have the guns. Ladies, if you want to have curves, like build your legs and your glutes, that's muscle. So how do we build muscle? We strength train. What is strength training? It's basically lifting weights. So if you're in the gym, you see people doing curls, you see people doing squats, they are training their muscles to get stronger and bigger. That's how we build our curves. That's how we look good in our clothes. You know what I'm saying? So some examples, you're doing push-ups, you're doing squats, you're lifting weights, anything that puts tension on your muscles, where your muscles have to work, that is how you build bigger and stronger muscles. So we want to strength train 3 to 4 days a week. I like to do either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you can do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or any 3 or 4 days of the week that best fits your schedule. Now, it doesn't have to be super intense. If you're a beginner and you want to do a 10-minute strength training workout Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's fine. Just do the best that you can. You don't got to go too crazy with it. All right. Now, why do strength training? Why do strength training? So when you lift weights, you are telling your body to build muscle. So when we lift weights, right? You ever been in the gym and you get sore, right? When you're lifting weights and you get sore, it's like you're sending signals to your brain saying, hey, we need to build bigger muscles. That's why we lift weights, because we're telling the body, build bigger muscles, right? Now, that's like, I like to use like a work site analogy. So imagine if I tell you, hey, build a house. Right? So me telling you, Christy, build me a house right now. That's like me lifting weights. I'm telling the body, hey, build bigger muscles. But then I say, hey, well, but you haven't given me what I need to build the house. I don't have any concrete. I don't have any wood. I don't have anything to build the house with. Oh, you're right. That's why we eat protein. So you lift weights to tell you to build the muscle. Then I give you the protein you need so you actually have the material so you can build the muscle. That's why when you want to build bigger muscles, you must lift weights and you must eat enough protein. And then the final piece is you got to get enough sleep, because when you rest, that's when your body actually can, get all of these processes done. So you want to get your sleep too. And that's how that works. So quick recap. To lose fat, you need to eat in a calorie deficit and do your cardio. To build muscle, you need to eat your protein and you need to lift weights. So if we want to lose fat and build muscle, we need to eat in a calorie deficit, do our cardio, eat enough protein, and lift weights. And just like that, it has been solved. Now we know how to lose fat and build muscle. Okay, so this is my routine right here, but I'm not going through that. I'll go through real quick. So I start my day off with 1 hour of cardio every morning. And then for breakfast, I will have a protein shake. Then for lunch, I'll do 8 ounces of chicken breast and a side of veggies. If I'm on the go, then I'll go to Chick-fil-A and I'll get a bunch of grilled chicken and a side salad with no dressing. And then for dinner, I'll do chicken breast and veggies again. All right, then that's it. And then 4 to 5 days a week, I'll lift weights. So I do my lower body on Monday. So that's things like squats and lunges and leg press. Then I do my upper body and my core, like the bench press, pull-ups, and sit-ups. I do that on Tuesday. Then I do the same thing for lower body again on Thursday. Then I do my upper body and core again on Friday. And that's my simple routine. That's my simple routine right there. All right. So yeah, now here I have four of my daily habits that are non-negotiable. So number one, I really like this. So this is really good. This is really good. This right here is a cheat code for you losing body fat. So if there's only 4 things you need to remember, hear me out and write this down. Number 1, eat protein and veggies at every meal. Number 2, only snack on fruit. Number 3, do cardio daily. And number 4, lift weights consistently 3 to 4 days a week. You do that, you have solved your problem. All right. So now that we have all of that out the way, now I want to give you guys a few tips to help you stay consistent. Because we have the knowledge, now it's okay, we need to actually do the steps on a consistent basis so that we can continuously lose weight and keep it off and make this a lifestyle change. All right, so number 1, meal prep your food. Number 1 is meal prep your food. This means you cook your food in advance. Why is this important? Because if I am hungry and I can just go into my fridge and I already have my food in Tupperware and all I got to do is put it in the microwave, I'm much more likely to stick to it because there's no friction. I don't got to cook food from scratch. I don't got to spend an hour. I don't got to think about what I need to eat. It's already made for me. I just got to warm it up and just stick to my meal plan. I just make it easy for me to do what I got to do. All right? Just remove the friction. Number 2, don't buy junk food. This is adding friction. So what do I mean by that? Right now, if I want to go eat a muffin, if I want to eat a chocolate chip muffin, I can't just go into my fridge and grab a chocolate chip muffin. Let's say I'm craving a muffin. I can't get it. I have to get in my car or I have to get on Instacart and order a chocolate chip muffin. That friction is just enough for me to say, I don't really want a muffin that bad. And because I don't eat the muffin, I end up getting to my fitness goal. So do not buy junk food. So if you can go into your kitchen right now and eat something that you know you should not be able to eat, that's a problem. If I was you, I would throw it away, but that's me. Next, have pre-made options available. So for the people who can't meal prep, this is what I do, especially when I'm really busy. If I go into my freezer right now, I can literally show you I have frozen chicken breast that's already cooked. I bought it, it's already cooked. I have frozen veggies that's already cooked. I have pre-made rice and I have pre-made protein shakes. So if I don't feel like cooking, I don't got to. All I got to do is take my frozen chicken breast, put it on a plate, add the veggies to it, throw it in the microwave, and it's done. Matter of fact, you think I'm lying, so let me show y'all. Just so you know, I'm not lying. I have my frozen chicken breast right here, chicken breast strips grilled, and I have my frozen veggies right here. My freezer is filled with this, so it's easy. All right, let's get it going. Let's keep it going. All right, so next, to help you stay consistent, weigh yourself every day. If you weigh yourself every day, it's going to hold you accountable. If you see that you gained 7 pounds, you're going to feel bad, and then you're going to say, okay, let me do what I got to do. Now, somebody told me yesterday, that was I know some of you guys probably feel like if I weigh myself every day, I'm going to get discouraged. I'm not going to want to stay consistent. That's the wrong response to that. If you are weighing yourself and you see you're not making progress, instead of getting discouraged, what I want you to do is get real honest with yourself and say, what am I doing to mess up my progress? What am I doing that is messing up my progress right now? Am I having brunch over the weekend? Am I snacking on things late at night? And then when you really search your daily habits and you find out the bad stuff you're doing, maybe you're cooking with too much butter or whatever, when you finally cut all of that stuff out, then you will start to see that you are losing weight consistently. So weighing yourself every day, it's an amazing thing to do to hold yourself accountable. Because if you're not losing weight and you got 50 or more pounds to lose, then you are doing something wrong. And we have to be honest with ourselves. Next, these are some drinks that you can buy, keep in your fridge. Water, seltzer water, electrolytes, coffee, tea, diet soda, or diet juice. These are good because they're very low in calories. What desserts to buy? For the people who like desserts, screenshot this list. You can do Halo Top ice cream. It's much better than regular ice cream. It has like a third of the calories. You have Yasso bars, also very low calorie ice cream. Protein bars are amazing. They're much better than regular candy bars. They're not like if you're thinking, oh, well, a banana or an apple is healthier than a protein bar. Of course it is, but a protein bar is better than a Snickers bar. And you shouldn't be eating a protein bar every day. Like that's once in a blue moon when you have a sweet tooth. Number 4, you have the Quest protein cookies. Much better than fresh baked cookies. And you got to use portion control with this as well too. This is not stuff that we do every day. This is stuff you do like once a week and when you do have that sweet tooth and you want something to satisfy it. Okay, so drink diet soda instead of regular soda. Use your favorite sauce. Okay, this will help us enjoy our meal plan a little bit more. Use your favorite sauce. If I'm eating chicken breasts and veggies and I'm like, man, this thing is tasting dry, I'm gonna add some sugar-free barbecue sauce to it. I might add some sweet chili sugar-free sauce to it just to jazz it up a little bit, make me enjoy my food a little bit more. I also like to use meal prep companies. If you're somebody who's really busy, you're running a business or you work long hours, use meal prep companies. The one that me and my wife used to use was Hummus Fit. We just buy the food, they'll ship it to us. We didn't have to do anything and it tastes good. So especially good for like the weekends. Now, that's the end of the presentation pretty much. Now I'm just going to get into what I do as a coach, right? Like, what do I do as a coach? How do I help people? Because people, I can tell you what to do, but what's the extra stuff that I do as a coach? So number 1 is hold you accountable. By me having you weigh yourself, by me making sure you're doing your workouts, by me giving you that extra, kick in the butt to do what you got to do, it makes you do the simple things that you need to do to get you results. You would be shocked, right? I'll have a client come in and I will give you the plan. This is what you're going to eat. This is what you're going to do for cardio. These are the workouts you're going to do. And then 2 weeks, they're kind of playing around. Then we get on the call. I hold you accountable. Eat this today. Take a photo of your lunch and your dinner and send it to me today. Then they do it, and guess what happens? They lose weight. It's crazy. So that's one of the biggest things as a coach is that accountability and that pressure. The same way if you ever played sports when you were younger, you know what I'm saying? You have a coach that's telling you, no, like work, like do this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is to work with a coach. Also, we set weekly goals and I have clients take photos weekly and we want to see results. That's all I care about. I care about results. Okay, so to end this off, I will say this. Losing weight is simple. Losing weight is simple. Eat this, do this, do this. But it ain't easy, especially when them cravings kick in, especially when you tired, you stressed out, and you feel like reaching for some food for comfort. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It ain't easy all the time. All right. So just understand that. And when it gets hard, just know that this is just part of the process. But we doing this because this is going to change our life. We sticking to this diet, even though it's hard, because it's going to change our life. This is going to be the first time in my life I get a 6-pack. This is going to be the first time in my life I get to fit into whatever I want. This is going to be the first time in my life my health is 100% under control. This is why we are enduring this suffering. So I have here, I'm looking to bring on 8 clients. It's not really true. If you do want coaching, let me see if I could share my screen with y'all. So yeah, I do. So look, I'm a coach, right? If y'all do want coaching, I'll say this. You can text coach to this number. I'm going to put it on the screen right here. Let me get rid of this nonsense. I hate stuff like this. I'm looking for 8 people. I ain't looking for that. How do I get out of this? How do I do this? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Bang. All right. So look, if you want coaching, text coach to this number right here. Y'all see this? Text coach to this number right here, 516-212-9162. Right? And like I said, With coaching, you're gonna get a plan, you're gonna get accountability in order to push you to you reaching your fitness goal. So now what I'm about to do with you guys is I'm gonna open up the floor for some Q&A. I see right here we got Christy, Jenny, Pride, we got Taj. What's going on, people? You are the ones that I'm talking to today. Everybody else, it's too bad. So I'm gonna let you guys unmute yourselves, and I'm gonna talk to you guys. We are on. Allowed to. Okay, so Christy, you're up first. Or whoever wants to go first, you can raise your hand or you can just unmute yourself and you can go. And you can turn on your camera if you want to, if you're not shy. X unmute, and Taj. What's going on, Christy? How you doing? Why you got your camera off? I'm doing right. You shy?
Sorry?
Why you got your camera off? You shy?
No, it's because I'm in a workspace, so.
Oh, I got it.
Indulge that in normal.
Let me see. Let's see. Christy.
Yeah.
All right. You see me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. So look, this is what we want to do, right? You can still follow the rules. So you can make sure that you have a lean protein on the plate, you have some vegetables on the plate, and you see right here where it says do a little bit of carbs in moderation,
Yes.
right? So instead of you doing rice, you can have in like that 20%, 30% space on the plate. That can be some of your African food. Right? 70 to 80% is going to be sticking to the plan, the lean protein, the vegetables. And by doing that, that will allow you to still get that calorie deficit so that you can lose. But like, let's say 3 days a week, you can eat a little bit of it, and the other 2 days you don't eat it, and you just keep it super strict. That's no problem. Jenny, what's going on? What's going on, Jenny? Or Pride D?
Chicken thighs or wings, or like how many chicken wings or breast, or thighs is equivalent to like the amount of chicken breast we're supposed to eat in a day to get that same amount of protein.
Okay, so to answer your question, this right here is going to be a list of good protein sources that you can do. So you see this list? So you can be chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken legs, chicken wings, egg whites, right? The rule of thumb is we want to do between 5 and 8 ounces of one of these protein sources. Now, here's the thing. The leaner the drier the protein source, the better it is for losing body fat. So, what I like to do myself is, let's think in terms of percentages. So 80% of the time, so meaning let's say 4 to 5 days a week, I'm gonna stick to chicken breast. The other 2 days, when I'm like, "Ugh, I don't really feel like doing chicken breast, that's when I do chicken thighs or chicken wings or salmon or steak. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta find you can do the chicken thighs.
All right. And for the carbs, rice and potato, you eat rice for lunch and maybe potato for dinner, or is it supposed to be like the same thing? Like you're eating rice and chicken and vegetables for lunch, you eat the same thing for dinner?
No, you can switch it up. It don't gotta be the same thing. So like, right, so you see here, I have moderate amount of carbs. So let's say you do a half a cup of cooked rice with your lunch, and then you decide to do 1 cup of with your dinner, that's fine. You're not doing 10 potatoes.
So your volume keeps coming off and on. So that sometimes you talk, I'll get you. Sometimes I don't even get anything.
Okay, gotcha. 1 second. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, now you should be able to hear me. So look, so I said when you're doing carbs, we just want to make sure it's a moderate amount of carbs. So you see here, the rule is half a cup to 1 cup of carbs. So this means for lunch, it could be half a cup of cooked rice. Then for dinner, it could be 1 cup of potatoes. We just want to make sure we're not doing 10 cups of rice with our lunch and 10 potatoes with our dinner. But as long as we stick to this rule and we're doing portion control, you can have carbs with 2-3 meals a day. Like you could do that and still lose weight.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, no problem. What's your name? Is it Pride D? That's your name?
Yeah. The D is another name. I just put it short.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it's Pride. Yes.
Gotcha, Pride. All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All righty. Okay, so Jenny, I see you now. Let's see. So Jenny's question is, I'm postmenopausal. I'm 5'9", 124 pounds, 56 years old. I lose weight with losing muscle. I'm lifting and walking, still don't lose. I'm 1,400 calories. Things don't work at menopause. Don't work calories in and out. So Jenny, I'm a little confused by what you're saying. If you don't mind, you can unmute yourself. You don't got to show your face, but you can talk so at least I can get some clarification on what you're saying. So I'm going to see if you can unmute yourself and, don't be shy. I'm not going to bite you. We're on Zoom. I can't get you.
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. How you doing?
Good.
All right, so
Yeah,
talk
my
to me.
question is, everything works differently when you get to certain age, and it's playing with the hormones. So it doesn't work exactly the same, even though you're making cut. And postmenopausal, you have to certain stuff to work with your hormones, including carb and moderation, like you said. But if you don't go strictly low, it doesn't happen.
Okay, so what have you been trying?
What I done?
Yeah, so wait, right? Let me just make sure I got this right. So you're 5'9", 124 pounds.
Yep.
Okay, and have we spoke before?
Yep.
Okay, this sounds familiar because I'm like 5'9", 124, 56. That seems right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we spoke. I'm gonna say maybe a month or 2 months ago. How has everything been with you? Are you making progress? Do you have any questions?
No, it's the same concept as you say, and it's the same concept like everybody else say. We know the technique. Of course, it's basically you have to be in calorie deficit, but in certain age, stuff and work for you before it doesn't work, and don't lose weight unless I go strictly diet. I mean, talking about 11 to 1200 calories.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true. Like as you get older, things work a little bit differently, but ultimately it still does work. Now you're in a different situation than you.
Yeah, but how you will go by this?
Say it again.
how you go by this for let's say thin people don't want to be a skinny thin. You want to be, you know, not to destroy your muscle. How you go by this? The only way to keep going straight.
I'm confused. Say it again. Say it again.
I'm saying, how are we going by for people, lean people, okay? As you see, I'm tall and lean, you know, this concept will work with, let's say, more bigger people, no question. They will lose faster than me or anybody leaner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We
with
try
you,
to
look,
prevent them as-
with
Yeah.
you got to be super strict because you're already very lean. You know, and
Yeah.
like you said, like you're getting older. So with you, things are going to be a little bit harder. The same way, if we have a guy who's like, let's say, guy who's in his 50s or 60s, it's good. Like he might look phenomenal, but is he going to be able to get into the like better shape than when he wasn't when he was like, let's say, 25? Who knows? You know, but it's going to be harder now that he's a little bit older. So you just got to keep doing the steps and just be even more meticulous with everything.
Yes, it's understandable, but it's not insane. You can't live like that. You can live on 1,200 calories.
Yeah, I mean everybody different. And with you,
Yeah.
like I can't like you we spoke before. I don't work with you closely enough, and you're at such a meticulous stage, you're so lean already that I couldn't even give you advice over like Zoom just like this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. But this is the true, and you have to eat 1 hour when you wake up for postmenopausal woman to start the system.
Say it
Even
again.
a little thing. It's true. You must have to eat 1 hour at the time you wake up to start your system.
Do you have to eat 1 hour before you wake up to start your system? To be honest
Yeah.
with you, no. I think people that say things like I don't agree. That might work for some people, but I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen some people who fast all day and they're really healthy. They do great. So that could be something that works. But I think ultimately what matters is, are your macros correct? Are you getting in the correct amount of micronutrients? Are you being active?
Yeah.
Are you getting enough sleep? Those are the things that matters, not like the meal timing and like the little hacks. Because just because it works for someone,
Yeah.
if somebody else can do something different and get a good result, then that disproves it as a law. So it might work for an individual person, but that's not something I can say is like a law. Like you gotta eat as soon as you wake up to jumpstart your system. Nah, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for you guys on Zoom. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Now, we are going to move over to, how do we say this? TikTok. See if we can get some questions from here. All right, so we got Ashley who's been trying to come up. Let's bring up Ashley. Hey, Ashley, what's going on?
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I was just gonna ask because I do work nights, sometimes 4 to 5 nights. And obviously my sleep, I don't sleep much during the day. I've got young kids, I do school runs and all these things. Is it gonna affect my losing weight?
What, if you don't get enough sleep?
Yes, please.
Yeah, not getting enough sleep will affect you. So if what I would say is try to prioritize like the stuff that you can't control. So if you know you can't sleep that much, then I would say, okay, we got to make sure the meal planning is good, make sure the exercise is good, and just sleep as much as you can. Like how many hours can you get a night or a day?
No, because I do work nights. So during the day when I come from work, I do take the kids to school run. I've got a little toddler who goes for nursery 5 hours. So I can say 4.5 hours, 5 hours a day. That's all I get.
That's okay. So you just got to get your 4 to 5 hours a day and just make sure everything else is good. Right? Because you can still make good progress on 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day. If that's all you can do, that's all you can do. If you can do 8, that'd be better, but you can't do 8 because of just how life is for you right now, and that's okay. Just do the best you can.
Right. So if I need you to help me with the coaching and everything, how do I do it? How do I join and how do I do it? I'm only new to your channel.
Oh, you're new? Oh, well, welcome. Well, to join,
Thank
you
you.
have to text the word coach to this number right here, 516 212-9162, and then we'll schedule a call.
So I'm in the UK. So what code do I use?
Oh,
How do
okay.
I
Oh,
get the number?
you in the
Is it just
yeah,
straight on 516 and everything? Oh,
you're in the UK. Okay, so look, since you're in the UK, right? What I want you to do is I want you to send me a message here on TikTok, right? Message me saying coach and your name. Just so say like Coach Ashley, the coach period Ashley, just so I remember it.
oh, all right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll definitely do that. I've lost weight. Well, what happened? I've lost weight about 4 5 years. In kgs, I was 101 kgs. I went down to 71. And after having kids again, I've put it back on even more. I'm 104 kgs in kgs. So I'm really trying to lose. But when I lost weight, I did myself. I was eating portion control. I wasn't going to the gym, but I was walking a lot. But now I don't know. It's because then I wasn't working, but now because of work and children and all these things, I haven't got much time to go to the gym. But I've just bought a treadmill recently last week. But to be honest, it's just accumulating dust. I haven't even opened it from the box.
Yeah. So look, what you got to do is we just got to get you started with something. You know what I'm saying? Like if we can just get you started with a good meal plan, and so you can start picking up some traction, then you're gonna be good. You're gonna be able to keep it going. So like, let's say if I'm working with you, right? There'd be two things that I would want you to focus on initially to get started. Number one would be eating good. So I would have you taking a photo of everything you eat, just making sure that you are following your meal plan. Number two, I would say, all right, start walking on your treadmill for 10 minutes a day to start. And once we make that a habit, then we can start to do more in the future. So we can go from 10 minutes, then do 20 minutes a day, then do 30 minutes a day. But we start small, make it a habit, and then we do more. Because that's what it sounds like now. You just got to get back
Right.
into the groove of things.
Right. So roughly, if I'm very serious, how much do you think I'll lose and in how many months? Because I've got my wedding anniversary coming soon.
You got your wedding when?
It's in March.
Your
March
wedding's
next
in
year.
March.
In
That's
about
like 3
4
months.
months.
You could lose like,
My anniversary, yeah.
you could lose like 50.
Okay.
You hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Come again, please. Come again, please.
I said you can lose like 15 to 20 kilograms over the next 4 months.
Serious?
Yeah, serious.
Wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, you can.
Wow, that should be nice.
All right, 1 second. I'm coming right now. Sorry. Yeah. One second. My bad. My wife, she ordered some food. They just came to the door. My bad. Yeah. Seriously, dead serious. You could lose 15 to 20 kilograms over the next 4 months. That's about 30 to 40 pounds. 100%. If you're really serious, you could lose more than that. But I don't want to, exaggerate. But you could lose more than that if you're really, really serious.
I'm damn serious, if I must say.
All right. I love it. Yeah. So, matter of fact, send me a message. As soon as this is done, I'll see if we can get on a call, me and you.
Right, brilliant. Thank you.
All right, Ashley.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, next up we have
Bye.
KK. Bye, Ashley.
Okay, drop myself.
Oh, I got you.
Oh.
Next we have KK. What's up, K? What's going on, K? How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I have a question. Just found out a little over a month ago I was pre-diabetic. Went to the doctor, A1C was through the roof. Ever since then, I've cut out all fast food. The whole month of November, I had no fast food. I started trying to do intermittent fasting. It was a little difficult. I cut out all the sweets, all the cakes, all the snack foods. I have actually lost 12 pounds since then. But where I struggle is with my food. I'm trying to eat high protein, low carb. But where I'm having trouble, and I do track my food, where I'm having trouble at is like measuring my food that goes into a dish. let's say I'm preparing a dish that, has protein in it, it has some fats combined with it. How do I measure that out on my food scale?
Give me 1 second. I got you. Where's the rice at? This. Okay. Let's move this thing out the way. 1 second. All right, so you see me, right?
Yes, I can see you.
So let's say this is a dish, or let's imagine this is Tupperware and we're making this to work with us, right? So the first thing we're gonna add is our protein. So what we do is we add 5 to 9 ounces of protein to this dish. So we put the plate on a food scale, we turn it on, right? We press 0, so the scale now says 0 even with the plate on it. We put 9 ounces or 7 ounces or however, between 5 and 9 ounces of chicken in this dish right here. That's good. Then we just add
Pre-cooked? Pre-cooked or after we cook?
To be honest with you, I like to do after you cook it, because if you cook your food in bulk, like it's impossible to keep track of it if you weigh it before you cook it. So I say post-cooked. After you cook your chicken or your protein, that's when you measure out 5 to 9 ounces of it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's the protein. Next, you add as many vegetables as you want to that dish. It could be a little bit, it could be a lot. That is determined by your appetite. Okay? Now, the next thing, the carbs. All right, let's say we want to do some rice or some potatoes or some pasta. A good rule of thumb is we want to do about a half a cup to 1 cup of the carbs cooked. So this is oatmeal, but imagine this is rice, right? Let's say this is cooked rice. We're going to go in here, we're going to scoop out 1 cup or a half a cup of cooked rice, put it there. So your serving size should look like this. 1 second, let me have a photo.
And your carbs is post-cooked also, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
This right here is how your serving sizes should look. You see, like got the protein, the veggies, and the rice. That's how the plate should look. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
What if you cook a dish and you combine, let's say I cook some ground turkey, I opened up a can of black beans and put in there, I put in some rotel with a little Greek yogurt and just made like one big dish of all of this. How would I measure that?
Oh, I mean, then you can't. Then you got to go off of your eye, right? You got to have faith, right? So meaning, like let's say my mom, she made like a big dish and it was like some chicken breast bites in there, rice and veggies. I would pick out like all the chicken breasts. It's funny, right? And then I'd add a bunch of veggies and then I would just add a little bit of the rice. So even though I can't really measure it out accurately off the eye, I would just want the proportions to look like more protein, more veggies, less of the carbs. And I would try to do that as best as I can. Now, let's say you make the dish like you're talking about. Another thing you can do is you can buy some pre-made chicken breasts like this and add some extra protein to the dish and have a side salad with the dish just to make sure that the serving sizes are good.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
All right, that was my concern because I was a little concerned about my macros and all that being off because I do really try to track what I eat.
Yeah, but like I said, you could pick this stuff out and pick out the chicken and weigh it out. You could do that, like you could, and even if it's not 100% accurate, it's gonna be better than you not trying to measure it or track it at all. So that's something you can do.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. That was good, right? Wasn't that a good explanation? I answered your question perfectly, didn't I? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
No, I'm just
You helped
messing
me a
with
lot.
Oh man, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you later. All right, we got Ashley that just came back.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Ashley? You back?
Hey, for all you people.
No, I don't know how did I come back? I don't know how, because I've just went to send you a message. I've sent you a message on TikTok anyway.
Yeah.
To say Coach Ashley, like you say.
Let me see. I don't see it. Let me see it. Okay, yeah, I see it. Got it. Let me know if you see the message. I just messaged you back.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, I've seen your reply.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'll message you and we'll talk. I'm gonna send you the link so you can book a call now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Hey, what's going on? Hello? 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 Why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? Stop ignoring me. Stop ignoring me. Why don't you love me? Oh, man. Let's see who else wants to come up. I mean, look, we about to call it. We still got Christy in Zoom. What up, Christy? I see you, girl. All right, we got friend Sinini Salis. All right, so if you're on YouTube, right, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube or Facebook and you want to come up, right, this is what we're going to do. If you want coaching, well, first and foremost, let me see this. If you want coaching, this is the number you're going to text right here. If you want coaching, you're going to text this number right here. 516-212-9162. I got to make a song out of it so you guys remember it better. 516-212-9162. Because I can't really bring you up if you're on YouTube. Sorry. All right. Horatio says, what can I substitute for vegetables? Not a big fan. You can eat fruit instead of vegetables. What can a meal plan look like for someone that is 2 weeks postpartum and breastfeeding? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, let me be serious. I would just have you follow the regular meal plan. Okay? Like, honestly, I would have you follow the same old meal plan anybody else would follow. And congratulations on the baby. All right, congratulations. That is such a blessing. I'm 159 pounds. Could you help me, please? I live in the UK. Yeah, ask your question. I'll try to help you. I've lost 64 pounds since May. I'm 5'7". I'm a female. I'm now at 29% body fat. Been strength training struggling to eat. Okay, yeah. What's your question? I've heard that only eating meat or vegetables for weight loss and muscle growth is not good and you lose muscle. That's not true. That's not true. So here's the thing. You don't own, like, I don't want to say this. If you eat meat and vegetables, you will lose body fat really quickly and you'll build some muscle. To make that meal plan a little bit better, a little bit more sustainable, you just add in a little bit of carbs. So let's imagine this right here is a plate, right? We're going to have a lot of protein, a lot of veggies, and we're going to add in a little bit of some carbs, right? And we got a little bit of healthy fat. And that's how you make a meal, all right? So what I like to do is 2 of my meals would just be meat and veggies. The last meal will be meat, veggies, carbs, and some fats. So that's how I like to break it down, keep it simple. Message me back too, Mo Pink. Mo, message me right now so I can see it pop up. Anybody else want to come up? If not, that's it. If nobody else wants to come up, that's going to be it. I'm going to give it another few seconds. Like I said, I'm going to give this one last push for you guys. Look, for anybody here that wants to work with a fitness coach one-on-one, I want you to text the word coach to this number right here. All right? If you are looking to lose body fat, tone up, you want some accountability, then text the word coach to this number right here if you want fitness coaching. I've heard don't eat vegetables. Well, let's see. Yeah, that's it, people. I appreciate you guys for staying here with me and rocking out. I hope you guys had some fun. I might be back on a little bit later, but if not, then you guys will catch me tomorrow. All right. Peace out, everybody. Later. Just message. Okay, I got you. Just in that. No, yeah, my wife, she eats different portions than me. So a man will eat around 8 to 9 ounces of protein with each meal. That's ideal. A woman should be eating around 5 to 6 ounces of protein per meal. That'll be better. But ultimately, it also depends on how much you weigh as well too. Like if you are like if you're like a stronger, more muscular woman, like there's some ladies out there that squatting more than me. They should probably be eating around the same amount of protein. Like there are some women out there that have more muscle on their frame than me. Like I'm 200 pounds right now. There are women out there that's 200 pounds stronger than me, so they should eat around the same amount of protein. But if you weigh like 130, 140, you have less muscle, you can do less protein. So that's how we do that.